radio station WTAB, broadcasting on 1130 kilocycles from Fall River, Massachusetts. WTAB is owned and operated by the Fall River Daily Herald Publishing Company. This is Andreas Torvald-Moe inviting you to stay tuned now for a program of recorded music. With my old New Hampshire home. This is radio station WTAB, broadcasting on 1130 kilocycles from Fall River, Massachusetts. This is Andreas Torvald-Moe. We're broadcasting to you from Fall River, Massachusetts on 1130 kilocycles. We would be happy to read your reports of receiving our station from wherever you are. Please send a postcard to our offices at the following address. Massachusetts. Please make sure to include your return address for correspondence. Our address again, your reception report. We now continue with a program of recorded music for your listening enjoyment. Well, hello, listeners. This is Andreas Torvald-Moe. You're listening to radio station WTAB, broadcasting on 1130 kilocycles from Fall River. As the station engineer and speaking for the management of WTAB, we would welcome your cards and letters. Please tell us how you are receiving us and where you are receiving us from, and any comments you may have about the programming. Please address your cards and letters to our business office. Thank you, and we now return you to more programming from WTAB.
You're listening to WTAB. Take a tab of radio and trip backwards with us into the past.
On the last night of January 1914, in a wireless shack near Belmar, New Jersey, Armstrong demonstrated his receiver for the chief inspector of the Marconi Wireless Company. Signals from Ireland and Hawaii, San Francisco, and Nova Scotia all came through loud and clear. The chief inspector pronounced it the most remarkable receiving system in existence and recommended that the young inventor's discovery be licensed to his company. The inspector's name was Davidsionoff.
Telegraphy showed the general the way, took instant radio and taught it to pay, and he began what is now our fear. That's right, a gentleman is a champ. To radio what Edison was to lamp. That's why the gentleman is a champ.
Who was this man? What was it?
Others looked at radio and saw a gadget.
Davidsionoff looked at radio
And saw household possessions capable of enriching the lives of millions.
Davidsionoff was so thoroughly American. No fiction celebrating the American dream could begin to approach his life.
Station E82.
Now, Gates, unlike DeForest and Armstrong, he was not an inventor. He was more than any man of his time, a corporate executive who understood the meaning and the impact of science on the future of the country. No one has ever started from a low pain of life and gone further, in my judgment, I was a kid, somebody on the block said, have you heard, there's a thing called radio? And you hear things through the air? And I said, I listened to this with incredulity. How could that be? He said, Harold Merchant down the block has a crystal. Come.
Talking and phoning with radio. It's a wireless telephone. I just bought one of my own. Now I sit at home alone and hear them distant but all that I can hear is
Radio made America a land of listeners.
sound like wildcat hisses, but its voice and hisses making silly wishes.
It entertained and educated, angered and delighted Americans of every kind and age and class.
Something in my ear is traveling men and females, close to wives and females, whom by ducks and dashes, making wireless matches.
It taught them new ways to dance and talk and think.
With love, feels private more, and maybe
It brought the world into their living room and told them things they hadn't known they wanted.
I am the Edison phonograph.
Like that, we forget all about the early days of the radio. But the start of the great American broadcast deals with a time when radio was young. Chuck, played by Jack Oakey, is an amateur who has great faith in the future of radio. Let's listen in on a scene from the picture in which he tries to interest Rick Martin, played by John Payne.
Sure, I saw your transmitter. Look at that. I got through to a guy in Passaic, New Jersey last night. No, me? No, with the voice. Yeah. There's a bunch of us guys around the country, amateurs. You know, we just get a kick out of listening to one another. Like kids after eight. You stuffed my eye. You like to listen to a phonograph, don't you? No, not too loud. Well, that's just a machine, but when you throw the human voice over the air, boy, you got something. What's the difference? You can't see who's doing it. What's the difference? Come with me. I'll show you what the difference is. Come here.
Now for Chuck's big demonstration. Nick listens while Chuck sings one of the favorite memory songs of that day. Give My Regards to Broadway.
Give my regards to Broadway. Remember me to Harold Square. Tell all that gang and it's such a secret I will soon declare. This for our journey to make us the old time song. Give my regards to
Why, goodbye, Broadway, hello, friends. We're 10 million strong. Why, goodbye, sweetheart, wives and mothers. It won't take us long. Why don't you worry? We'll be there. It's for you we're fighting to. So goodbye, Broadway. Hello, friends. We're gonna send our best to you. Why, goodbye, Broadway. Hello, friends. Like we're 10 million strong. Why, goodbye, sweetheart. Wives and mothers, it won't take us long. Why don't you worry? We'll be there. It's for you we're fighting to. So goodbye, Broadway. Hello, friends. We're gonna send our best to you.
Good hello, listeners. We trust that your tab is now completely dissolved in the current of your time stream. I'm Dr. Jacques Cousteau, and I'm not actually here. This is just a recording of my voice that I have made in the past, now being played back to you in your present, which is my future. Because radio waves travel at the speed of light, all radio operators, whether transmitting or receiving are actually time travelers. On WTAB, our engineers have reversed the flow of electrons in time and its relative dimensions in space so that we may voyage back over 100 years ago into the primordial era of 1920s broadcasting. Thanks for tripping with us back into the archives. We hope you enjoy this massage by the medium of radio.
Not true. While it's time.
Address station KDKA, Western House, East Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania.
But it was not long before everyone seemed to be going into broadcasting.
Station WTAB, Washington.
Universities, newspapers, banks, department stores.
WJAI, Providence. WNAC, Boston.
In Davenport, Iowa, the Palmer School of Chiropractic had a station. So did the John St. Jewelry Company in Fort Smith, Arkansas. And in Milford, Kansas, over station KSKB, Kansas folks know best, Dr. John Romulus Brinkley lectured 3 times a day on the aphrodisiac powers of implanted ghost lamps.
A good love story is always tender and beautiful, but really to warm the cockles of the heart, it should have a decent hint of the unbelievable.